From downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
Mother Nature threatening to put a damper on opening day. Ben Bailey is tracking what could be a cold and snowy celebration.
But first, Dan Gilbert's group says his soccer stadium development plan would bring a $2 billion impact to downtown Detroit. Topping our news tonight at 11, the question tonight is the county going to buy the businessman's numbers?
Rock Ventures commissioned a study that heavily tips the scale toward the benefits of having a soccer stadium downtown as opposed to moving forward with the currently stalled jail.
Let's bring in Jermont Terry, who's live with a closer look at this study. Billions, Jermont.
We are talking billions. You know, that proposal that Dan Gilbert offered to the county for this land behind me is still on the table tonight. Now, this latest study looks at the economic benefits, and it says that it truly benefits both the county and taxpayers. But some commissioners still are not swayed by this study. Each month this jail sits, taxpayers are paying just over $1 million.
It's not a good solution for the taxpayers of Wayne County. There is no good solution. We've got to finish what we started.
Does the county continue to build on the same 15 acres off Gratiot across from the Frank Murphy Hall of Justice, or take the offer Dan Gilbert's company placed on the table? With that deal, a new soccer arena pops up off Gratiot, and Rock Venture would build a new adult and juvenile detention center blocks away.
We've got a phenomenal private sector commitment here that's going to help change the landscape of downtown.
Mark Rosenthrob with the University of Michigan spent 6 months studying the economic benefits. It determined more than 32,000 jobs would come from construction, and $2.3 billion would be generated in costs, and more than 2,100 permanent jobs would come.
The taxpayers are not going to, in effect, have any other responsibility other than what they've committed to.
And quite frankly, there is no win-win.
Commissioner Ray Bosham questions the study's validity.
The problem is it's a study done by somebody who knows what their interests were, who knows if they were biased.
He believes Gilbert's offer isn't as cut and dry as the study suggests.
You know, I'm all for working with Mr. Gilbert, but there's another location they could put that soccer stadium.
Now, Wayne County Executive Warren Evan points out that this study does not change his mind. He says that the county needs a building that they can afford and at a price and with all the facilities that they need. He also pointed out that this current study moves us no closer to answering that fundamental question. For now, reporting live in downtown, Jermont Terry, Local 4.
Okay, Jermont, well, Ben uttered a 4-letter word today that we're not going to let him get away with without explaining, especially we're dealing with opening day. I mean, this is serious.
Should I ask which one this is before?
You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah, it is snow. We do have some coming, and it may not be completely gone before they start playing baseball over Comerica on Friday, and this is the reason why. Our next system is less than 24 hours away. You're looking at the snowfall forecast for the state of Michigan. Already, winter storm watches have been posted for north central portions of the lower peninsula. We are not under a watch or advisory, but the latest run of our computer model is starting to bring some of the higher snow totals a little bit further to the south. You can see these blue sections where we could pick up a little bit more than 2 or 3 inches of snow, especially in our north zone. I know, Thursday night going into Friday morning, so we'll keep a tab on that. That is not the only story with this storm. Besides the snow, 1 to 2 inches of liquid. We get a lot of rain coming before the snow and wind of 35 to 45 miles per hour. So quite a bit of headaches to come with this system. But tomorrow, not too bad. We'll be up to 50 by noon. Still plenty of clouds, but dry, and more on that in your opening day forecast coming up, Devin.
All right, Ben. A dangerous chase that wove its way through the streets of Hamtramck ended with a big takedown that may have the Detroit Lions calling. Earlier today, police originally believed the driver of that van was involved in a child abduction case. They chased her as she drove over curbs and through yards. When she got out on foot at I-75 in Caniff, you'll watch as Officer Nicole Jabor was right there on her heels.
Right on her. There was a Detroit police car who got right in front of her and was able to stop her. I knew she was about to bail out of the car on foot, so once I saw her bail, I started running for her and I tackled her. This is my first tackle in a chase.
Did you surprise yourself at all?
I did. I got up and I was like, whoa, that was pretty cool.
She's so candid.
I cannot get enough of her.
Yeah. By the way, no child was found in the van. That's a very important point here. The driver, though, does remain in police custody tonight.
Meanwhile, a 3-year-old little girl from Holly is home safe tonight while her father sits in jail after abducting her. 26-year-old Brent Owings took his daughter from a home Sunday morning, triggering an endangered child alert. When he returned her this morning, he turned himself in to police. Owings appeared in court facing home invasion, assault, larceny, and domestic violence charges stemming from problems with his daughter's mother. Charges for abducting his daughter are pending.
Attorneys for dozens of women who say they were sexually assaulted by a sports doctor are trying to overturn a judge's gag order. They are asking a federal judge to intervene and strike an order that bans attorneys and Larry Nassar's accusers from talking publicly. The judge says Nassar's rights could be violated if the public is repeatedly served with negative comments about him before the trial.
Former U.S. Attorney and Detroit native Barbara McQuaid received a very special honor today. McQuaid was awarded the Crime Victim Services Leadership Award. The U.S. Attorney's Office celebrated McQuaid for her dedication to crime victims and their rights. The IRS is trying a new approach to collecting tax debt, but could it open the door for even more scams? We'll tell you how to protect yourself.
Also, we've got a terrifying video that shows a stranger trying to snatch a baby right in front of its parents, how they fought him off, and why police are looking for mom and dad. Hank?
We're hitting the grocery store just to show you how to save big money. What you need to know. It's straight ahead in my Help Me Hank Consumer Alert.
Coming up Wednesday morning, only on Local 4 News Today. If news breaks overnight, you'll see it here first. Wake up with us for the top stories to start your day right. Plus, it's Wellness Wednesday.
Baseball is back. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tomorrow at 5 a.m., why rooting for the home team or any team can have a real health benefit, even if you never leave your couch.
Definitely want to tune in for that. And your weather and traffic always on the 4s. Detroit mornings start here from 4:30 to 7 a.m. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Next new. Coupons can be a great way to save cash if you know how to use them.
For all of this, I paid $20.
Well, there really is a strategy to navigating all those flyers and the new digital deals.
Consumer investigator Hank Winchester gets some expert advice to save you some time and some money.
We all know making that weekly trip to the grocery store, it's expensive. It all really adds up. But now 2 women are sharing their insider secrets, showing you how you can save big.
For Chandra Johnson, her love of coupons is more than just a hobby. It's a money-saving necessity.
At one point in my life, I was a single parent with 3 children, and I just wanted to maximize my dollar.
It didn't take long for Chandra to learn the ropes, and pretty soon she was saving thousands of dollars.
I would say about $3,000 to $5,000 a year. There's a strategy to it, and I learned that strategy, and I monopolized that strategy.
Nora Capchi's original goal was to be a stay-at-home mom, so she started using the money she saved using coupons to supplement her income.
Shopping for a family of 4, I usually spend about $50 a week.
Now she's turned that into a business. Her Coupon Contessa website teaches shoppers the secret to saving the most money. We asked both ladies to share their expertise. Step 1, don't waste your time clipping every single coupon. Only clip what you need, then stash the others away until the other items go on sale in the store.
You keep the insert anywhere from 30 to 90 days.
Chandra spends a few hours a day clipping coupons, and she makes the most of technology, using an app that's like a one-stop shop for all the big deals.
There's an awesome new app called Flip. It kind of saved some of my time from running around getting circulars and finding out what the ads were.
That leads us to strategy number 2, maximizing your savings.
The biggest part of couponing is taking the sales that are advertised in the stores and combining that with a coupon on top to save the most money.
Nora showed us how she stacks her coupons on top of those store sales, in this case, for beauty products at Walgreens.
For all of this, I paid $20. This is how I did it. I used a coupon for these. This was a buy 2, get 1 free promotion from the store, and I used a coupon on 2 of those. These mascaras are originally $11.99 each. They were on clearance for $2.99, and they had a promotion, buy 1, get 1 50% off.
Total savings $135. Now for the final strategy, never ever pay full price for essential personal items.
Toothpaste, toothbrushes, mouthwash, soap, even laundry detergent, they literally give that away.
Always combine those with a sale and a coupon to save the most money.
Don't be discouraged if you're not saving big money right off the bat. The key is to save money over time. So saving 10 or 20% off that first bill, well, remember, those savings will only keep adding up. I'm Hank Winchester. Help me, Hank.
Clearly, I've got to do better.
It's one thing to save 20%, but
that's right.
When you spend $20 on $150 worth of stuff,
yeah,
really
they've got it down pat. All right, for a link to Nora's website, you can head to the Help Me Hank page on our website. Click on Detroit.com.
Here's a look at what Dr. Frank McGeorge is working on for tomorrow night.
2 local people saved by the same organ donor.
I wanted to live so bad. I wanted to see some more things.
It's just a whole new life, an absolutely whole new life.
I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tomorrow night at 11, the stranger's gift that brought them together and how they're hoping to multiply that gift many times over. See how you can help them do it tomorrow night at 11.
We thought about locking Ben out of the studio.
I was thinking the same thing. I just don't want to hear what he has to say.
Well, if he can't say it, it won't happen. It can't happen.
Just be hearing this. You know what? I take solace in the fact that no matter what I say about Friday, that stadium is still going to be packed.
Yes.
In downtown Detroit.
There you go.
Yeah, that's true.
So think about that.
That's all you got to hang your head on,
when
buddy.
you see that. I hope you have Old English D gloves and scarves. Check out the forecast for Friday. This is opening day, and we'll start out here at 10 in the morning. 36 is what the temperature will be. Still a couple flakes left from that Thursday night debacle that we'll get to in a minute. Wind chills are going to be about 25 there at 10 o'clock. By the time they throw out the first pitch, it's still going to feel like it's below freezing. Cloudy skies, windy conditions. We'll finally break up the clouds, get temperatures up to 46, but it's going to be breezy even as we wrap up that game and folks headed back to the car or maybe back to the Elwood at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. 49 is where we're at right now. We've got a northwest wind at 10, and of course the lights are not on down there at Comerica right now. But we will be seeing these dry conditions become a lot more wet as we get into tomorrow night. Temperatures have been relatively steady throughout much of the late afternoon and evening, still in the 40s outside. Not much to look at satellite and radar-wise. The showers have pulled away. There are some breaks in the clouds here on the west side of the state. I don't know if those are actually going to get here, and if they do, they're not going to last very long because clouds from our next system will start moving in fairly quickly. And here it is. It's all rain right now, but this is severe weather here across parts of Missouri and Arkansas. We're not expecting that, but we are expecting quite a bit of rain, quite a bit of liquid before that actually turns to snow as we get into Thursday night. So here's the timing of it, and we will start seeing the first of these showers move through at about Wednesday evening. Then that rain-snow line comes in on Thursday night, and you can see that the snow is going to spread across the area all night Thursday and through the first half of Friday, finally getting these flakes out of here as we head towards the start of the ball game on Friday, and the clouds will be chasing away as well. Too early to get real cute as far as rain or snowfall totals go, but it looks like a safe bet. We'll be covering the ground in most locations, maybe as much as 2 to 3 inches as we get into the north zone, but it really depends on the track of that low. Nevertheless, with temperatures getting into the mid-40s, it ain't going to last very long on Friday. Temperatures tomorrow for high temperatures in our 4-zone forecast. A little bit cooler on these closer to the east side lakes. In fact, only the 40s out here towards Lake Erie. A lot of 50s inland. Our west zone, we're going to be seeing numbers in the 50s, again, away from the water. But northeast winds here in our north zone, keeping things 40 in Lexington, 42 in Port Huron. But almost 10 degrees warmer down here towards M59, away from the water and away from some of those cooler breezes. High temperatures, again, are going to be in the 40s there Thursday and Friday, but look at the recovery we make for the weekend. Sunshine comes back Saturday, Sunday at 64, and it's going to be 70 degrees on Monday afternoon.
Of course.
So it's going to come by in a blink of an eye, but we'll have to deal with it anyway.
Yeah.
All right, good.
Well, it is a new, powerful reminder of the dangers of distracted driving. You're going to see the new campaign aimed at getting people to put the phone away when getting behind the wheel.
But first, a disturbing attempt at snatching a baby right in front of the parents. The chilling video police hope will track down the stranger. That's next.
winning.
Tomorrow marks a National Day of Recognition for Gold Star spouses.
They are the spouses whose husbands and wives have died while serving our country. Tonight, one local woman is packing her suitcase and heading to Washington, D.C. to meet with Vice President Mike Pence.
Mara McDonald live with her story tonight. Mara?
Good evening to you, Devin. And you know, it is not every day that you get a call out of the blue that says, do you have time to come to Washington, D.C. tomorrow and meet with the Vice President? Take a look.
These are pictures he actually sent back. This is something Lance loved. This really is a cool photo. 2000.
Lana's husband, Lance, was prepping for his third tour in Afghanistan.
My husband, Lance, his battle was in his head. It was internal. It was in his spirit and in his soul.
2 nearly year-long deployments had done a number on her brilliant husband. He wasn't well. It was PTSD. He committed suicide before his third tour started.
It wasn't until after he went to heaven that I saw his VA reports where he was really disclosing to them what was going on in him. A lot of people don't want to trouble their families with these deep issues that are going on with them mentally, emotionally, and psychologically.
Lance has been gone since 2008. Since that time, Lana has spent considerable time with groups trying to help soldiers with crippling PTSD. And tomorrow, she goes to Washington, D.C., one of 16 Gold Star wives chosen to meet with the Vice President on what is a National Day of Recognition for Gold Star wives. It's not just window dressing either. These women are getting one-on-one time with the VP.
I want to tell the Vice President and Mrs. Pence that I appreciate that they are honoring Gold Star families by inviting us to meet with them and to listen to us and to hear what we have to say and to share our concerns, to share our hopes, to share our desires.
Back here live, and what is Lana's biggest desire? She would like to see the United States spend more time, more effort, and more resources on mental health for our warriors. We're live downtown tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
I think a lot of people feel that way. All right, Mara.
All right, Mara. Wayne County's chief restructuring and financial officer is leaving the job.
Yeah, Tony Saunders faced a $52 million structural deficit and an $82 million accumulated deficit in Wayne County. He's led 2 years of budget surpluses. Saunders, though, leaving to launch a turnaround and private equity firm. Ann Arbor is setting rules when it comes to checking on someone's immigration status. City Council passed a new ordinance that spells out when a police officer or a city employee can and cannot ask people about their immigration status.
General Motors CEO Mary Barra is the highest paid CEO when it comes to the Detroit Big Three. She received a total compensation valued at $22.6 million last year. That's about $6 million less than what she made in 2015.
It's a moment every parent fears. A man walks up to a stroller and tries to grab the child inside. Police are investigating what you're seeing here. This happened Sunday at a Dunkin' Donuts in Philadelphia. Man gets up from his chair and grabs the child, prompting the mom to pull the stroller while the dad pushes the man away. The parents left after it happened, but police want to track them down because investigators believe that they have now identified the abductor in the video.
The U.S. Department of Transportation just launched a $5 million media campaign for National Distracted Driving Awareness Month. The newest commercial is the funeral of a young girl who lost her life texting while driving.
Guess she was always looking for the next amazing thing. I know that Hannah loved every one of you. And running. She was such an eager little girl.
On her headstone, you see it there, SMH. Taxpayers with overdue payments will soon have to answer to private debt collectors.
Yeah, the IRS says it is going to begin sending out letters this month to affected taxpayers, and with that comes the potential for scams, of course. So here's what you need to know. Only people with long-standing tax debts, so this means going back several years, only those taxpayers will be contacted. The initial contact will not be by phone. If your case is sent to a private collection firm, the IRS will provide you with its name and contact information. But there will be somebody ready to blow that scam up as soon as they can. Yeah.